The 10th of March 2024, we celebrated Mother's Day. Now, I'm not yet a mother, but I'm not unaware of the huge sacrifices and responsibilities that role comes with. As many women shared posts on social media about motherhood, some said it is the most challenging, yet rewarding role that they've ever taken on. There's nothing quite like the love of a mother. I heard women yesterday share about what motherhood means to them and how gladly they would give up their lives for their children if they had to. Such love. So imagine for a moment having all that love in your heart and having it snatched away, ripping your heart into shreds because bandits kidnapped your children. It's not fiction. It's the reality of Nigerian mothers, especially in northern Nigeria. Ever since the most widely publicized kidnap of schoolgirls in Chibok, Borno State, which led to the global Bring Back Our Girls movement, abduction of students from schools in northern Nigeria have become a grave cause for concern. On Thursday, the 7th of March 2024, bandits reportedly invaded government secondary school and LA primary school at Kuriga, Kaduna State, shooting at their victims before taking away at least 280 of the pupils and teachers from both schools, a day before Mother's Day. Now, this unfortunate incident happened barely 24 hours after insurgents abducted 200 internally displaced women while they were fetching firewood in the bush in Ngala in Borno State. All of this happening in March, the month where we celebrate International Women's Month. A number of these women are in the IDP camps in the first place because of the insecurity challenges that have led them to flee their homes. So imagine fleeing one's home to go find safety at an IDP camp and then being kidnapped at that IDP camp. Double wahala. The rise in kidnappings not only inflicts unimaginable trauma on the victims and their families, but also undermines the fabric of our society. It erodes trust in our institutions, disrupts economic activities, and fuels a pervasive sense of insecurity that hangs like a dark cloud over our nation. Speaking of trust, the governor of Kaduna State, Governor Uba Sani, assured citizens that his government will ensure that the abducted pupils returned unhurt. Whilst we hope that these words ring true, do the citizens believe him? Do they trust him? We have seen a repeat of same scenario, even as past abductions remain unsolved, and strong decisive action is yet to be taken against these kidnappers. Who are these kidnappers? How is it that they are able to kidnap over 200 students without being caught? Why do we have these repetitive cycles of kidnapping? Will these kidnappers be caught and dealt with? Will these innocent Nigerians return home alive? When will kidnapping come to an end? What is the value of a Nigerian life? As we think about all these, I want you to spare a thought for the mother of Ahmed, a pupil who, during the most recent Kaduna school attack, sustained gunshot wounds and was rushed to the Benin Gwari General Hospital and was reported dead. I want you to spare a thought for the mothers who spent Mother's Day in tears, confused as to whether or not their children will return home alive. I want you to spare a thought for the Nigerian mothers who have lost their children and their husbands to kidnappers, the ones who are currently in the IDP camps because of insecurity, the ones who are running around trying to secure a ransom for the release of their loved ones, even though they cannot afford to feed. Nigeria cannot continue to fail them. Nigeria must prioritize the safety and security of its children, its women, its citizens. It is not a happy Mother's Day until mothers no longer have to fear for the safety and security of themselves, their children, their spouses. No, it isn't. Reports this morning on the front page of the newspaper have it that schools in 14 states and the FCT risk attacks. The Punch further reports that 465 pupils, women, in kidnappers' den. I rest my case. Good morning, Nigeria.